Hey coin collectors, Dan the Collecting Man here. Today I want to talk about the next edition in the Norse mythology. This is the Thor bar, the second in the series. So I thought I'd have a look at this one and see how it goes as part of a series collection. So I got a bit more information compared to last time, and I wanted to check this bar out. So let's have a look. At least it's well wrapped from the Royal Mint in the UK. And we'll just have a quick open of this. Alright, let's get this one out, and we've got the next bar in the edition. At least it's nicely well wrapped. So I really like the first one of this one, but I think this one's going to be pretty cool having this second one here. So this is Thor. As you can see here, the second of the series of the Norse god. So 60,000 of these are minted, but not all of them come in this presentation. So I'm going to go through a little bit of that and detail it as well. So it's the second in the bar collection of 3. So that's something I didn't really initially know from the series until this one has come out, because it wasn't really well communicated from my perspective. So the first one came out in this box, as you can see here, and now it makes more sense as I've got this box. As you can see here, it's got the Norse Gods collection, and this is the box that you're going to put the collection in. So if we open this one up, you can see how there is spots now for 3 bars. So as you can see here, there's a spot for each bar. So obviously this is the first bar that came out, and you can see the difference there. So that was the first one, the Odin bar that came out, which obviously came with the box, and now you've got the second one here, which is Thor, that comes along with it. And then obviously there's going to be a third one, which I'd love to know in the comments below what you think the third one will be. I really love how they've got this design here. I must admit the Royal Mint do a good design when it comes to their bars. They're really stepping up the game in the last couple of years with some of their bar designs. So this obviously came out in an antiqued version as well. Only 500 of those are made. So I've got the first one, but now the second one sold out pretty quick, and we're now looking in the secondary market of 300 plus for that one. So let's have a look at my first antiqued version of that. And now that I've got, it's only a set of 3 and I know about that, I'm pretty keen to actually get the other 2. So, because I actually think these come up better in the antiqued version. It looks really, really cool. So having Thor in an antiqued version, I think is going to be a nice little tie-in as well. I think that the image pops out a lot more in the antique version than this one, especially on the back here. You can see the antique version looks so much better, so I might have to pay that $300 to end up getting that one. And as we can see here, here's the 2 collection. So having a look at the one that will also be coming out soon is this one here, which is a slash Germanium Mint and Royal Mint branded packaging, which I think is pretty cool. So this one's nice and clean. You can see the bar really sits in there nicely. So obviously it's the same one as this one, but in dual packaging, which I think is kind of unique to have that little tie-in together. So definitely think I'll definitely be getting the other ones of those as well, because it's not often you see 2 mints on the same packaging. But now that I know that this is a little box of 3, and I assume in 6 months time we'll probably see the last edition of whatever this series I think will be pretty cool to have that really nice tie-in. So let's have a look at putting this in the box and see how we go with putting all 3 in there. So I'm assuming it's going to be in like that, and there's little slots there you can see, and we'll put the second one in nicely like that one. And then obviously there's room now for the third one to tie in, so I think you're going to have to turn the other way around facing each other, so hopefully it doesn't match it up. But that's pretty cool to have that little collection like that. I think it's going to be a real banger. So they come in different sizes as well. So there's a 20 gram gold. So if you can afford that one, there's a 20 gram gold version and a 10 ounce silver. So obviously you got the antique silver, and there's also an antique 10 ounce silver with a very low mintage as well. So that would have been pretty cool to get to add to the collection. But I think for me, definitely the value add will be that. I noticed some of these are still for sale. So they at 60,000 mintage for the 1 ounce, they're definitely not selling out. It's not something that people are chasing, unlike the Queen's Beast completer bars that were sold out all around the world at that kind of same mintage. These ones definitely haven't sold out as quickly, but the antique one is definitely the hardest to get. I mean, I suppose 500, there's only so many you can get around the world, so I was lucky enough to get the first one. of the series, and finding out the value of this one was the hard part. I still don't actually know what this is kind of worth, because I know the second one that's just been released on eBay, you're looking around $300 to get it on eBay, but that's just because it's just been released and you can only just find it now. What it will be in a couple of years time, who knows what it'll be, but having the first one of the series with the box, I think will definitely add a lot more value. There'll be a lot of people trying to search and hunt for this one specifically, so it'll be interesting to know in the comments below what you think the first edition at 500 mintage would be. It would have been cool if they individually numbered them, given that it's such a so low mintage of those. So it would be pretty cool to see what you think the third one will be out of the collection. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to end up having to do for the third collection. I do like the color scheme that they're going with. It kind of gives it that really cool Norwegian kind of look about that. And I think Thor will be quite more collectible because a lot of people like the Thor movie. So obviously we've all heard and seen a lot about the myth of Thor. So I think that definitely adds a little bit of coolness to have that. And I do like the way he's got his hammer there with the lightning strikes there. I think that really is a nice image. I'll put a better image on the right hand side so you can actually have a look at that and see how good that image kind of pops up. I think it definitely for me is going to be a really good one to get, and I like the series, and I think it's pretty cool. So I'd love to know in the comments below what you think. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and you enjoy the content and it's something that you like, and make sure if you're not yet subscribed to Dan the Collecting Man, get your subscription in, and when I get the next version, I'll definitely probably look at now buying this one. Now that I know it's a series of 3, I think having all set of the antiqued versions, and you can see the look of the antique version is a lot better, I think it'll be pretty cool. So it'll be a good video to watch when that one comes through. And chuck in the comments below if you want me to do a separate video of the antiqued version when I get that one, and I'll add that in the next month or so once I get it. If I do get it, that's the question as well. There's also a link down below for a shout out to buy me a coffee if you want to do a shout out for the channel. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video.